Good morning, everyone. We're continuing here in the Kitzur Shulchan Aruch, the laws of a fire that broke out on Shabbos. Kol Sifrei Kodesh, all of the holy books, Bein Shem B'Ksav, Bein Shem B'Defus, whether they were handwritten or they were printed. Matzilin Oisan Mibnei Adaleka, you have a mitzvah to save them from a fire. Oishetev Mayim Kedem, if there's floodwaters coming. Afilu Lechatzar Lemavli Shasur Lohitzin L'Sham, even if you're leaving the house and taking them into a chatzar, to a courtyard or an alleyway, which an Eruv was not made there yet, and therefore normally you would not be able to carry it there. But if they were made in such a way that you could have put an Eruv there, you just didn't do it yet. If you made a connection between the Eruv, between the courtyards over here, or you connected the mavoi, you connected the alleyways to each other, it would have worked. So even though you didn't do it yet on the Shabbos, you're still allowed to carry into there. To have a goy, to have a non-Jew do carry these things for you. He could even take it into the Rishus Rabim, the public domain, to rescue them and save them. Okay, that's one halacha. Matzilin tik ha-sefer ima sefer. The Sefer Torah normally is covered with a covering, and tefillin receive a tikat tefillin ima tefillin, and the tefillin are normally covered with a covering as well. They have a bag, a pouch. You're allowed to rescue and save those as well. Sefer Torah kodim lahatzil l'shasfarim. What comes first? A Sefer Torah comes before any other of the books, any other the svarim that you have, because that's the highest level of kedusha, and therefore if you have only a moment that's save one and not the other, you take a Sefer Torah. Now this is the final halach here, which is a very important, and that is that all of this that we're discussing is when there's no threat to life. You're able to remove things, get things out of there, people are running out of the house, and therefore we say not to put out the fire, just to save the things that you could in a permissible fashion. However, when there is a concern that maybe there's going to be a danger to life, then you're allowed to extinguish the fire, actually. When you live in a place where the Jews are amongst the non-Jews, you're allowed to extinguish the fire. Even as in the house of the Goy, you're allowed to extinguish his fire as well. And the Mishabur says a very interesting reason. Why is that? Because even if the fire itself is not posing a threat to human life, you see it's contained to a certain extent. However, there's a concern over here that while the fire is going out of control in this guy's house, looters are going to come and start raiding the homes. And then those that are attempting to protect their property, they're going to end up getting killed in the process by the looters. How apropos for our times over here. We have such a concern. And therefore, that what's going to happen, even if the fire is in the house of a non-Jew over there, so we're allowed to, who knows what kind of fights are going to ensue, and therefore we're allowed to save human life in such a case, and therefore put out the fires even there. Everything has to be determined according to the circumstances over here, which means that where you see that there's a fire that we're concerned that it's going to spread, you can go put it out. So if you're in houses that are very near to each other, if a person's in an apartment complex, where if the fire doesn't go out in one apartment, it could end up spreading to the entire complex, then there is a obligation for a person to begin extinguishing the fires even on Shabbos. That's only to save lives. But if you are interested in saving your valuables and your possessions, then a person is not going to be able to extinguish the fire in that case if there's no threat to human life. If a person desecrates the Shabbos in such a way to save his money, Yelich el Arav, go to the rabbi of the town, Lavakesh Yirei Tshuva, that you have to ask him, show me how to do tshuva over here. I made a mistake. I extinguished the fire because I didn't want my beautiful mahogany wood table in my dining room to get burned. I didn't want it to get consumed by the fire. Now I realized I made a mistake. I shouldn't have done that. Tell me, Rabbi, what should I do? Anyway, that's the halachas today. And we finish the chapter, and we'll begin a new chapter in the Kitzur Shulchan Aruch in the laws of Shabbos tomorrow. Im Yetz Hashem. Have a wonderful day.